Look at the start of their headline. Debris fell. Damn it, debris. Why you be falling on me?
Gee whiz. I'm sorry.
Assalamu alaikum guys, and welcome to another episode of Smile to Jannah. Before I continue, I have started a news website called s2jnews.com. Make sure you guys download the app and make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. So today you're going to be hearing that Iran has struck the northern district of Tel Aviv called Herzliya. But one thing that is not being emphasized that much is that there are multiple reports telling us that it was a vital key place of Mossad, and more specifically Unit 8200. So this is being reported by DOAM, Mint Press and many others as well. High quality pictures and extensive footage is not going to be mentioned and shown. Why? Because number one, these are sensitive locations in which you don't have access to the everyday individuals, and especially not film crews. On top of that, the mainstream media requires Israel to admit that yes, Mossad headquarters Unit 8200 was attacked. Well, obviously they're not going to do that, are they? Because Mossad is their secret service. It's supposed to be a secret. Next we have the Israeli Military Intelligence Logistics Center, which was attacked. It's near Tel Aviv. Some people are saying it's near Glilot base. Some are saying the area is called Sharon. Either way, it has been covered by the likes of Tehran Times and Russia Today's Going Underground. Now, as you can tell, this was a bit different because the pictures were attained again from Israeli media before they were deleted. Because even what Israel puts out there, it knows that Iran and the world are watching, and that will be used as evidence that look, these guys have admitted it themselves. So Israel is being very tight-lipped about this now, whilst before it was a bit more open. Here again is an intelligence unit which to the average person looks like a warehouse, but that's the whole point. Yeah, if you're an intelligence agency or part of the secret service, of course it shouldn't look like that from the outside. So these are the precise attacks that people were asking for, more strategic, more hitting the places that actually require it. Another one was again in Tel Aviv. You guys can see this was covered by Middle Eastern Eye. And there are people in Amman, Jordan, that said even we felt the tremors as well. Here was a clip that was posted up by Press TV and many others as well. Upon inspection, you can see, this is in Iran, tires burning. Yeah, so these are people inside Iran that are deliberately doing this because they produce thick black smog, and that shows the people in the area, damn, we just keep getting struck. So it's bad for morale. And of course what happened yesterday, which the clip went viral in Iran and in the rest of the world also, which was Israel striking the state broadcaster. Here on the clip you can see one of the presenters is a woman, and she had to abandon her post because the building was struck. So much for Israel and their precise attacks. So much for Israel just trying to stop the nuclear program. So much for Israel just trying to attack the upper echelons. This is a news station, and it is a very integral news station because you don't have outside news in Iran unless people go on VPN or online or whatnot. This is on the TVs, so it's accessible to everybody. So this was something that took place yesterday. I want to show you how the BBC covered it. Look at the start of their headline. Debris fell. Damn it, debris. Why you be falling on me?
Gee whiz. I'm sorry.
So number one, debris, which is an immaterial thing, which you can't be angry with.
What do you mean? That's not very nice.
Then thereafter they mention, oh, it was Israeli strikes. But when it comes to Russia, when it comes to Hamas, trust me, they won't be using this language in Israel.
The damage is pretty extraordinary. Well, this is Rishon LeZion, which is south of Tel Aviv.
And there are two clips that are honorary clips that I just want to show you guys. Here is a clip of an interceptor missile malfunctioning in Tel Aviv and hitting their own people. And because where that hits is completely and totally random, it's going to be getting the civilians. So that's what's going to be shown on the media that we get fed, that look, they are attacking innocent civilians. That's why, guys, you need to follow s2jnews.com. That's the reason I started it, mate. Purely got volunteers there, but it's gonna avoid all of this nonsense, mate. You know what I mean? Now, here's one thing that I wanted to highlight. You've probably seen videos of me responding to Charlie Kirk, who's very close with the Trump regime, who's very pro-Trump. He put out a poll on his X page asking if America should attack Iran. With a resounding 90% people said no. That's about 500,000 people that voted on his poll. Yeah, you can see it on the screen. Thereafter, he proceeded with another poll saying that if he did, what would happen to the Trump camp? They call it MAGA. 55% said that it would divide it. Now, this has come on the back of a lot of eminent Trump fans that are publicly against what's going on, to such a degree that even Trump is responding to them as well. One such person was Tucker Carlson, whom Trump is publicly insulting. I mean, it shows that he's unable to balance what's going on. Tucker Carlson, on the one hand, getting publicly rebuked by Donald Trump, which is not a good move. He interviewed somebody that again doesn't agree with Trump's interference in Iran, backing up Israel, is Steve Bannon. You also have Candace Owens, the Hodge twins as well, Nick Fuentes, and those are just the really big ones. There are many others as well. And where you'll see clips of the likes of Ben Shapiro saying,
they say that I want America to fight wars for Israel. Nope. First of all, Israel can take care of herself.
And that was when Trump was getting elected, because Trump got elected primarily because he said he would not go into wars like his predecessor did. His main thing was, I am a man of peace. I don't want to do these wars. However, Israel, as you can see from their newspaper Axios, they are saying they are trying to pull him in. You guys started it. Now they're begging US for help. And have a look at this. This is actually worrying. Trump says we're only going to attack and join in if they attack Americans, because not in America, there are bases, American bases around Iran. And this is worrying because Israel has been known to carry out false flag attacks and blaming others. If I was to only mention a few, number one would be the Lavon affair, where they tried to blame the Egyptians. Number two was the attack on USS Liberty. And number three, look at this woman who was throwing out a Nazi salute to get the pro-Palestinians in trouble. Turns out she was Israeli. Just watch how moronic their logic is. On the one hand, Trump's just put out a tweet telling 9 million Iranians to leave their country. On the other hand, they say, oh, why are these migrants and immigrants coming in? You morons. This is one example of many where you force them out of their countries. Then they have no other place to go but yours. And then you've got the nerve to say, oh, is it because we're a Christian country that they want to come to? No, it's because our countries constantly keep getting bombed. And that's another reason why Iran has not attacked with great ferocity. I mean, you're seeing stuff that's happened today, which is impressive compared to what's been happening in the last couple of days. But the reason is that they are holding themselves in case America comes in. That's the first reason. And number two, there is an internal divide. Well, there was in Iran. You had Iranians saying that we should ally ourselves with the West and not poke and prod them. And then you had the conservatives saying, no, you cannot trust them. So Iran took a back step. And now when Israel initiated the attack, and they have been doing so for the last year, this has now caused internal unity of Iran, and now they are in a stronger position to attack. So what do you guys think will happen? Will America get pulled in? Will it not? Before I go, I'm going to leave you again with another honorary clip. This is of Elon Levy, who used to be the spokesperson of Israel. His neighborhood got bombed and the guy came out in his vest and pajamas.
This is the site of last night's Iranian ballistic missile attack in Tel Aviv, and I'm here in my pajamas because this is my neighborhood. I live just down the road.
Just look how pathetic this is. What a joke. Hopefully we'll see many more expose clips like this. Ladies and gentlemen, stay locked and loaded on Smile to Jannah and subscribe to s2jnews.com. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.